Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jack. So happy you're here, so happy you're tuning in. My last two videos were dupe videos. I did a Free People dupe and a Lululemon dupe video, and I got everything off Amazon. If you didn't like those, apologies. We got one more. This time it's for Alphalete bras. So when I was on Amazon, I saw an asymmetrical bra dupe and piqued the interest. You know, I was like, what else they got? So these I think are all from Oxjocks, which is a pretty popular brand for duping Gymshark, Butt Bunny, and Alphalete. I also got some dupes for the Pulse collection, and they actually have an Ozone crop top dupe. So yeah, stick around. Let's get started. Okay, let's get started with my favorite one, or the one I was most excited about, the asymmetrical bra. Alphalete launched this, I don't actually know when. This is the first version, so it's a little bit longer. I got this in a size medium. I did read on Amazon that the Amazon ones ran a little small, so I got a size medium and large. So the Alphalete one is 75% nylon, 25% elastane, where the Amazon one is 75% nylon, 25% spandex. At first feel, they do actually feel very similar, like a soft brushed material. You can kind of see the brushing on each side. It's simple, has a cutout in the middle, one strap. It's unadjustable, but it's pretty thick, so I find it pretty supportive. And then just a plain flat back. Removable pads, and of course this has a tie-dye print, which the Amazon ones do not. This is my new favorite color, so very similar with the cutout detail with the one strap. The seams here are a little bit thicker. It looks like similar length, and the back looks pretty similar too. Okay, this is a side-by-side of the Alphalete one and the Amazon one. So at first glance, they look pretty similar. The seams on the side might be the teensiest thicker on the Amazon one. This has been washed and worn, where this one hasn't, but it looks like the gap opening might be a little bit bigger on the Alphalete one. If you lay it on top of each other, it does look like, so these are both mediums, and it does look like the Amazon one might be a little smaller in the width and a little shorter. Oh, actually, the straps might be the same, but it looks like it might cut in a little bit more. Yeah, I would say overall they look pretty similar, so I'm pretty impressed. So this is the Amazon one, size medium. Putting it on and just kind of like feeling the stretch, it did feel a little bit smaller and tighter than the other one, but that also could have been because that's been worn before. For fit and feel, it actually feels very similar, and other than it fitting slightly smaller, I think it fits pretty true to the original, so I am impressed. The cutouts pretty much the same. I actually think this one's a little smaller, so there's a little less gaping. The strap isn't too tight. It actually feels pretty good, pretty soft, pretty stretchy, so it's not pulling. It does create a little pinching right here, but that could also just be because it's a little smaller. And it comes down to a good length. It might be the teensiest bit shorter, but it's nothing noticeable. This is the back. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed. I don't love this part, so I am gonna try on the large to see how that fits. I do like it. I think, yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, so this is the size large, and while it fits me a little bit better, it's a little looser. It does obviously feel a little less compressive, so it really just depends on what you're looking for. I think you could absolutely stay true to size. It might just be a little bit more compressive, where if you do want like a looser, loungier feel, I would definitely size up. You still get a little bit of the bulging, but it doesn't feel as extreme to me. So this one does gape a little, which it does in my size medium Alphalete one as well. I would say a large in the Amazon one does fit more true to size to the medium Alphalete one. I really like it. I don't know, I'm really surprised. This might be one of the best dupes I found yet in terms of how true it is to quality, to feel, to look. So yeah, like it a lot. Okay, the next bra I found were the Kinetic bras. So this is the OG Alphalete one, and this is from the first launch as well. It has a straight across neckline, the logo on the front, little seam details going down the front, and then the back is really cute. It's really flattering. It comes together at the top. It's like two separate straps. Well, actually it's one strap that goes into two straps to come into one to go back into two. So it kind of makes this like Really pretty pattern for the back. And I actually sized down to a size small on these because I found they ran a little bit big. The medium just had like a little bit of gaping in the front and it wasn't as supportive. So I got the Amazon version in a small as well. And these, the materials, so this is the same material as the Asymmetrical bra, which was similar for the Alphalete material, but since this is Pulse, it's a little bit sleeker. So I do think the materials are a little bit more noticeably different. This one you can see is more brushed, and this one's a little bit sleeker, a little bit more flat. The straps just feel a little bit cheaper and thicker, but they still have the 2 to the flat to the 2. The band is like super thick, and you can see it's like kind of wrinkly, so it just seems a little cheap. Not my favorite underband. Here I have the Alphalete Kinetic bra and the Amazon one. I'm not as impressed at first glance at the Amazon one. This band, it looks a lot thicker and it also is stiffer, so it just feels like a little cheaper quality. The straps in the back, it looks like they are attached a little bit further down than this one. If you lay it on top of each other, I got these both in a size small. It does look pretty true to size, or true to the same size. So this one, it's like this part right here, it looks like it's just a little further down on this one. And then the Amazon one, the material feels a little bit more brushed, where this one feels a little bit more sleek. So I wasn't optimistic about this one at first glance, but it actually does fit pretty well. Like, the band is thicker and a little stiffer, but once it's on, it actually stretches pretty well and feels pretty soft. It has the same square neckline. The straps, if anything, are a little loose. I got a size small on the Alphalete one and a size small on this one. It feels like they copied that one pretty true to size. The back, pretty flattering. It is a little bit lower, but it honestly feels the same and it looks pretty similar, just the material's different, so this one feels a little bit softer. But yeah, this one actually looks pretty good too. Shoot, making it hard to decide. Okay, and then my last two I actually don't have the original Alphalete ones to compare it to. So I got this in a size medium. This looks like the dupe of the Pulse crop top. Just like a little zipper top. It has a nice collar. And this one doesn't have removable pads, but it doesn't in the Alphalete one either. It's more of just like a crop top. I got this in a size medium. So this again looks like a slightly brushed material, where I believe the Pulse is more sleek. And it's pretty cute, but it looks kind of small, so not really sure. Okay, it's supposed to be, you know, the Pulse crop top. I put it over the Pulse Kinetic sports bra, thinking it would kind of fit underneath. This does have a pretty extreme cut-in. I don't know if the Alphalete one does too. It does frame the shoulders quite nicely. Like, I think it's really flattering. But it does mean that your bra will kind of pop out on the side. You really have to kind of like tuck it in under. I will say at first try on, it's very tight. There's not like a ton of stretch on the sides, so definitely keep that in mind. I got a size medium. I don't know if I'd size up to a large. Because it doesn't have removable pads, I think you could size up and it would look fine, you know, because it's not like changing the bust area or anything. Comes to a good length, but again, just, you know, even just pulling it, it's very tight. This is the back. And then you could unzip it. I don't love that. You probably have to unzip it all the way for the best look, but then like your sports bra peeks through. It's not bad. I feel like I'm a personal trainer in like Malibu Beach. I feel like that's the vibe I'm giving off. Because it doesn't have the pads built in, it's just a tank, I don't know if I'd recommend it over the other ones, but compared to the Alphalete one, I do think it is pretty similar. And then they actually have a dupe of the Ozone one. So the Alphalete Ozone one is made like sustainably. I think the fabric or the processes or something, it's supposed to be good for the environment, and that's how it was marketed. I doubt this one has the same claim. So while it's a dupe of the style, I don't think you're getting like the same impact. And this one feels very thick. Like, I don't know if you can tell, it just seems like a very thick material and not very like breathable. It has the seam detail with the collar and then the contouring going down the side. It matches the same stripe pattern. And then the back, very similar detailing. And I did review the Ozone bra, actually my very first Alphalete video. You can check that one out for the real one. And I think I got this in a size large because these were actually super back ordered. I wanted to get it in like the butterscotch dupe color in a size medium, but I think it wouldn't have arrived till like February or something. So I did get this in a size large in the grape color in order to review it with everything else in time. And then the bra pads like feel huge and very stiff. These aren't my favorite ones and they just kind of feel cheap. Okay, so keep in mind I did size up to a large in this one, so the fit will be just a little bit looser. I'm not surprised that this is the least comparable. Immediately, like, it's very loose in the armpits. It just seems like it's because it kind of comes out too wide and flares out a little bit more, where I think the Alphalete one curves in a little bit to frame your shoulders. So I think even if I got a size medium, it would just be at the wrong angle instead of more in like the past Pulse tank. Of course, the pads are very stiff. Don't love these pads. But the band's fine, like it's pretty compressive. And then the detailing on the side's pretty similar. This is the back. I don't hate it. I think it's definitely a thick shirt. Maybe if you were just buying it for a tank, like the material itself is fine, it's thick. I wouldn't say it's a true dupe for the Ozone crop. The pattern itself is pretty good, like they have the same detail and contouring and stuff. This is probably my least favorite. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much if you made it to the end and for sticking around. I hope you found it helpful. I'll link everything down below if you want to check the pieces out. I'm actually very impressed by the quality of the first two bras, especially the asymmetrical one. I think because of the Alphalete material, the material was a little bit more true to the OG one. I actually really like these. Sorry for all the dupe videos. Don't know if people like them, but they're almost over. Like this video if you found it, what? My hands are so aggressive. Like this video if you found it helpful, comment if you have any questions or advice on what I should keep, and please subscribe to my channel for future activewear reviews. Thanks, bye!